Okay, so my son is now 9. So I'd say about like 11 years ago when my daughter was 3, and my husband was like, we should really try to start having kids again, try to have another one. And I was like, let's just wait, we have time. She's only 3. She was like just out of diapers, and I didn't feel like I wanted to put my body through the whole thing again of getting pregnant. And it was so easy getting pregnant the first time that I didn't even think that we'd even have a problem. So I'm like, my husband's 15 years older than me, so he had a little more of like the clock, the clock to have a baby. What's that called again? What's that clock called again,
Biological clock?
But
urgency?
He had the biological clock. It was tick-tock, tick-tock. So he convinced me, let's just try to have a baby. We tried. We did everything. 6 months, no baby. And every month it was like, I felt horrible. I don't know. I mean, I guess he felt horrible too. I think, a lot of times when you are experiencing infertility, you forget that it's not just one of you. You're both in it together. And I think that that's something that's so important that couples need to remember when you're going through the process of trying to have a baby and you're experiencing infertility issues, which my husband and I did. And it took us a good 9 months of really trying and working and taking lots of tests and going to all different specialists. And it was exhausting and it was frustrating. And every month that I did get pregnant, I felt like such a failure. And I know that my husband, he felt bad too. And I think that that's something. So when, I was asked to talk about this product, Proxeed Plus, which is specifically a dietary supplement for men to take to monitor their fertility, their sperm. I'm going to actually flip the camera around to my husband, who's researched it a little bit more. He has a medical background, so he could actually talk a little bit more about it. But let me just, this disclaimer, we're not doctors right now. We're not licensing this, but we are talking about it because I really believe that when you're a couple and you're facing infertility, you both have to be responsible. You both need to feel like you're in it together. And, when we did do our tests, my husband did have, an interesting test with his sperm count and he had abnormal morphology, which we were like, what we were like, what is that? But the point is that, we both had to get tested and we were both involved in it. And so I think that any time that it's not just on the woman, the fertility, that the man can also take an active role, take a dietary supplement, be an active part of it. It makes you feel like you're more of a team and that, you're in it together. And I know my husband, we actually ended up doing injections and he was there. He would give me those injections and then I had to get artificially inseminated. And I can remember that day like it was yesterday, the day that we did the insemination, and just everything about that day it's like so clear in my mind because I remember the exact day my son was conceived. Thank God, after so many failed attempts. And, it's like, I think the process can either bond you as a couple or it can drive you apart. And I feel like it's something that has so bonded my husband and I. And like every time we look at our son, we like, it floods all those memories back. And I love that there's something like this that can help the man take a more active role. And I wish that my husband had it back then because maybe his abnormal sperm morphology could have used a little bit of this to be a little bit more normal. So I'm going to flip it around and let him talk about it. So, honey.
Okay, Proxeed Plus.
Yeah.
It won't really cure abnormal morphology, but it could help the sperm to be more healthy, swim better, swim straighter, and it's a multivitamin with minerals and carnitine, acetylcarnitine, and L-carnitine, and
but let me ask you a question.
Which are antioxidants and just helps the metabolism of the sperm and the use of energy of the sperm and for me, Yeah, I was an older father. I was an older person trying to conceive, and I want every advantage I can to make my sperm as strong as possible, as healthy as possible, and this product gives you, at least removes that doubt that you did everything. So.
But I want to ask you, I mean, what do you think of that whole process that we went through? What was that like for you? What do you think most men
Well,
feel?
it was demoralizing in that when we didn't conceive, yeah, it was like you'd have to wait another month till the ovulation occurred again, and it also took away the fun of sex, obviously, because it was like it put you under pressure to have sex at the exact times, at the right times, and it was more clinical than, it took away all the fun of sex, but
somehow I managed to get you to do it.
we got through it.
So, well, I mean, do you feel like men sometimes, do you feel like with the infertility process sometimes, women feel like it's more their responsibility to do fertility treatments and vitamins and, it feels like maybe it falls on the women too much. This is not kind of like a good way to...
Well, 40% of the time it is the male.
Really?
They say, so everyone has to be tested when there is infertility, and a male sperm count begins to drop off after age 25.
Oh, wow. Huh.
And a woman's fertility begins to drop off after age 27.
Okay.
But so I was much older, and obviously to have a product like this would have made me feel better.
Right.
That I was doing everything that I possibly could to have stronger sperm, healthier sperm.
So what is the Proxeed? Do you want to show us the packet? What is it? Like it's just.
It's a packet of.
You could put it into like water?
Yeah, you could put it in water or juice or smoothies, anything, twice a day.
Mm-hmm.
And you begin to see results a few months later. You won't see results, that night, but it's going to take a few months to get those antioxidants and those vitamins and mineral buildup in, and sperm turnover is 74 days.
Wow.
So it takes 74 days to start. If I was to take it tonight, it would take 74 days for that sperm to get the benefit.
Right. So basically, if you want to start having a baby, you should take this. If you're on the path that, you've been thinking of conceiving, think that it's 74 days out, start taking it now.
Yeah, you need that 3 months,
right.
That 2 to 3 months to start to make your sperm as healthy as possible and for them to reap the benefits.
Okay. I seriously feel like this is such a great product, and I wish that they had it when we were going through our fertility issues, but you heard it. Go out there. If you're a couple looking to conceive and you're having some fertility issues, or even if you're not, listen, never hurts to make your sperm as strong as possible. Right? Everyone likes good swimmers. And I'm going to be writing more about it on my site, marriedmysugardaddy.com. So check it out over there, Proxeed Plus. And I love talking with you about our infertility stuff.
I know, we had a success story.
We're lucky. We're really lucky. And, it was a struggle, but you can get through it. I think the best thing is to just work as a team and, both take as much responsibility as possible.
Okay.
Love you, baby.
Bye.